Check this thing. That's the blob. Y'all believe in aliens yet? Straight out the ocean. You gotta call it. So y'all see this thing right here, right? First of all, my name French Dose. I do this for educational and entertainment purposes only. This right here is an alien. If y'all don't think that, I don't care what people have named this, right? Because the only reason why we know the name is because man gave it a name. But this right here is an alien. The ocean and outer space, when you pass the stars, they run into each other somehow. So the flat earthers or the round earthers, I don't know how it works, but one of y'all is wrong. And this is what's happening. This is how we finding these creatures. That was literally a whole living mechanism. Like it morphed into a blob and they caught it and pulled it out. And this is a whole different picture right here. This is just something different right here. This right here is, you can find these in Australia. That was in the oceans in America somewhere. Pay attention, people. These is alien, demon, devil creatures, man. And a lot of y'all be eating some of these foods. But leave it in the comments, hit the like button, and make sure y'all follow me here for more. Pay attention to what you eating, man. Because y'all out here looking crazy.
Okay, well, he said, okay, he threw me off when he said, pay attention to what you're eating. But this didn't have nothing to do with eating. It was about alien creatures, right? I've seen these talked about in school. I think it's called something like some kind of stingray or something, blue stingray, something, I don't really know. But he's right. The reason why we know the name of this creature is because man gave it a name. So we don't know what it was called before that. And the whole thing about the ocean being space, I can believe that, because I just don't believe that you can go out of space. To be totally honest, I believe the only thing you can do is go in the Earth's orbit. That's it. That's the only thing I think we can do. I don't think we can go further than that. And I definitely don't believe in leaving the moon landing. You know, it was just too many discrepancies behind that. But yeah, I don't know, man. What y'all think about that? Because I mean, I've seen these jellyfish, some type of jellyfish. I've seen these in school, so yeah, to my knowledge.
I just read Donald Trump's platinum plan for the first time. And I have to say that I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm disappointed in the community. Because, for one, he was offering that plan before Joe Biden got in. And I don't know if that plan is on the table anymore. But this was my first time today actually sitting down and reading the plan. And that platinum plan is actually tangibles the black community can use. That's a better plan than any plan the Democrat Party has put out. No wonder Kanye West had a Make America Great Again hat on. No wonder so many other people were supporting that dude. Black America could have missed an opportunity that we're not going to get offered again for a very long time, until somebody is willing to give us a plan, or we demand a plan like we're supposed to be doing for our vote. Like, I'm flabbergasted at this point. Like, this is my first time reading that platinum plan. And there's no trick words in it. It's no people of color. It's no minorities. It's nothing about Latinos. He is talking strictly to Black America. Strictly to Black America. And we didn't even talk about it. We haven't even been, people been saying it was a bull plan or whatever it was. It ain't had no real teeth in it. It ain't had no real benefits but for Black America. But I read it myself, and it's the total opposite. He is offering real resources and real tangibles in that plan that could benefit Black America, benefit Black business owners, create Black businesses. Isn't this what we want? Expanded education, opportunity zones, all kinds of stuff. And he didn't say nothing about no other people, no minorities, no people of color, no Latinos, nothing. He was directly talking to Black America. If you give me my vote, this is what.
Wait a minute. And I have to say, and I've said this a million times on this channel, he came through on those opportunity zones because I got a chance to get in on it. But if you weren't doing the research and trying to find and trying to do something for yourself and waiting on somebody to give it to you, you would have never knew about the opportunity zones. I've been knew about the platinum plan. And a lot of people say that he didn't even deliver on it. He did, bro. This is how I was able to get this house. This is how I was able to get all of this equipment, bro. I made money from starting a business, bro. Like literally, me and my wife did it. And those opportunity zones were there because of him. Bro, I can't even stress that shit enough. Bro, a lot of people in my family don't even know that I did that, you know? Bro, it was a great time. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. And it's been messed up ever since. And this is why we gotta get him back in there so he can fulfill the rest of the platinum plan. It's still his promise, but he has to focus on new issues now because they done created more issues. That video was 6 minutes long, but you can go to that man's page if you want to watch the entire video. He says some real key things. And I'm glad that a lot of people are actually taking time to sit back and read and come up with the conclusion that we have been bamboozled out of an actual great president. That's just what it is, man.
Okay, so Kamala released her policy plan today. Let's talk about it. It's called the Opportunity Economy Plan. And let's just start at the top. First thing out the gate, $10,000 tax credit for every new first-time home buyer with $25,000 for a down payment. Here she goes again, writing checks her ass can't cash. Who's paying for that? Find out who's paying for it, you're gonna pay for it. Then she talked about how she's gonna build up the economy, she's gonna build up the middle class, she's gonna lower the cost of living because everything is so expensive. And she's going to create a federal ban on companies' price, she said price gauging instead of price gouging. Just like last week when she said hospitality and not hospitality. She's flubbing her words because they're not her own and she can't speak to none of that shit. So and in order for these people to buy new houses with all the money she's giving them, she's going to work with the suppliers, some people, and they're going to build or create 3 million new homes and rentals for all the people that she's giving all that money to. Where? How is she lowering the cost of living? How is she going to build up the middle class? Because, you know, when she was young, it took her mother like a decade to sign up to buy their house, to save, you know, for her to save up and buy her house. And then when she went, and that happened when she was a teenager. And then when she went to college, she worked at McDonald's to pay her way through. So she understands. So she's going to give people $25,000 for a down payment, $10,000 credit. She's going to create 3 million new home rentals and homes. She's going to build up the middle class. She's going to lower the cost of living. She's going to create pricing on the food companies so there's no more price gauging. And she's also going to give families or increase the EIC, the Earned Income Credit. She's going to increase that for all of the, you know, the people struggling with childcare, which is so ridiculous. My daughter was in childcare when I was a single parent, and it was too expensive then. I can't even imagine now. So she's gonna do that. That increase in the EIC, yeah. And I'm saying, well, what if my kid's a grown ass woman now. Do I get nothing? And what about the people who their kids don't qualify because they're over 18? Like, so we don't get jack. Then she said she's going to, she's going to cancel medical debt on people's credit reports. That shit been canceled a long time ago. I don't know whether Trump did it or whether Obama did it, but that's how old it is. She's going to do that. but it's kind of already done. So yeah, the people in my comments today, well, what would you do? I wouldn't do shit. You know why? I'm not running for president. I'm not in an office. Why? But I bet you one thing, if I were, I'd be able to speak to all of this, just like Trump spoke to the inflation yesterday. He had like boxes of Cheerios and shit on a table behind him, talking about how much Cheerios were literally, how much Cheerios were 3.5 years ago versus today. She talked for 20 minutes. She had children, 2 kids behind her, I guess in the bullpen, and they had signs, and this one guy kept poking his 10-year-old, looked like she was 10, no older than 12, and she was cheering. The little chick can't even vote. And then when people would cheer, like people behind, maybe 1 or 2 of them would put their signs up. One of them was a kid. There was another kid sitting back there. I'm like, you got kids sitting behind you? And this was in Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh is like the banking city of North Carolina. There's grown-ups there. But they weren't at her rally. So she talked, she got off the stage, but these are her plans. It's called the Opportunity Economy Plan. And now basically, we all know, 90% of the comments were like, she's creating a you-know-what. I can't talk about it because I told y'all yesterday what happened. She's creating that. I'm calling it the Maduro plan. If y'all don't know who Maduro is, Google it. That's what this is she's creating. And the economists on both sides, left and right, and in the middle, are saying this is horrific, what she just said today. I want to know if when ABC does that bullshit debate on the 10th, if they're even going to ask her any how questions. It's going to be some softball bullshit. And then I had someone in my comments say, well, that can't happen. Food shortages can't happen. Do you not remember the shit show that was toilet paper back in COVID? People were fighting for toilet paper, hoarding it. They were fighting for baby diapers. They were fighting for formula. So for all of the people who are going to come in here with that stupid comment, just listen to the video. Then you don't got to come in here with a comment, because do you not remember that shit show? It's going to be that on another level. And somebody said if she's going to put price controlling on food companies or gasoline companies, she's going to have to do that for everything. And what food companies is she going to put this food control on? Is it going to be all of them? Is it going to just be the big ones? How is she going to determine who she's going to put this federal ban on? How are you going to tell someone who owns their own company how much to charge for their products? And the whole gasoline and the food, it goes together. It's like economics 101. She had to get through 4 years of college and 3 years of law school. I didn't go to law school. I don't like economics. I barely passed math. And she's going to sit up there and say she's going to put a stop to price gauging and not tip hospitality workers. It's so bad. It's so bad. But anyway, that was that. The DNC starts on Monday. I'll be making videos. Thank you guys for all of the comments on this morning's video. So good. Keep them coming, because we just gotta, remember I said we gotta talk real loud for the dummies in the back and the people in the comments how is she gonna do that? That can't happen. And the people that remember the gas lines were in the comments shut up. It's a thing. It can happen. I remember the lines would be wrapped around. You would have to go to the gas station and be in line by 4 a.m. because by noon.
Well, that was quite a long video, but if you heard everything she said, the whole wanting to control everything is a Marxist mindset. And need I remind you, I said this and talked about this in the last video. We know what this Marxist mindset comes from. It is what it is.
Who do you want? Whose values do you want to be in charge of the plane? Before we get where we're going, and I think you're getting smoked on that. And I think that's how do you see it?
My brother.
Yeah.
My brother. I have to tell you,
Please.
the current pilot of the plane is Kamala Harris.
But,
Donald Trump is not the pilot of the plane.
No, that's
right.
Well, she's
Also,
the vice
I just wanna
president. She's the
ask one more
co-pilot.
thing.
And this is the Planned
It's like, why just
Parenthood
not
truck
create the
outside
rights?
of the
All they had to do
DNC.
was increase the zone where the journalists could work and set the seats back a little further,
Crazy.
and everyone would have been fine.
Wow.
I'm Kate Cox, and I love being a mom. I have two beautiful children, and my husband and I have always wanted a third. But when I got pregnant, doctors told us our baby would never survive. And if I didn't get an abortion, it would put a future pregnancy at risk. But Trump didn't care. And because of his abortion bans, I had to flee my home. There's nothing pro-family about abortion bans. There's nothing pro-life about letting women suffer and even die. Today,
Bro, she's not even sure about the stuff she's saying because it's written. Like, if that really happened to you, you don't need to write that down, right?
because I found a way to access abortion care, I am pregnant again. And my baby is due in January, just in time to see Kamala Harris sworn in as President of the United States.
All right, Kate Cox. Forget I said that.
With the mullein and pine top, that's what you call good medicine. Make a tea with the mullein and pine top. When you got the flu or the pneumonia, the next day you up and moving around. It work overnight. It make you sweat though. You know, it make you sweat that fever and stuff.
The ancestors, they knew that the body had a way of healing itself. And all it needed was the minerals or a little kick to make it work a little faster. The ancestors understood that. And they slowly are withering away, and we don't have those ancestors anymore. So it's our job to learn these things our ancestors knew. Teach it to our children so this stuff don't get lost.
Donald motherfucking Trump has done the impossible. The demand credit party kept fucking with him. He said, watch me work pimping. Within 72 hours, over 3 million followers on TikTok. The best goddamn social app around, of course. Cause it sure ain't no fucking Facebook, I tell you that goddamn much. Meanwhile, Sleepy Joe, go to sleep, Sleepy Joe. Goddamn sloth from Zootopia, fucking Wrinkle in Time. The old man from the movie Fucking Up. Goddamn 5-second Dave off of 51st Date. The motherfucker been on the app for over 4 months and he can't even get 250,000 goddamn followers. Now, isn't that something? But I tell you one thing, it don't look like 81 million motherfucking people. You know the 81 million people they said voted for this man? Bullshit. Somebody fucking lying. Let me tell you how much people love Trump. Other countries, they're chanting Trump. Now, you know you a powerful motherfucker. You got people in other countries that actually hate America, but wanna like America if Trump was in charge? Come on now. These motherfuckers don't realize, and I'm gonna say,
But see, this is what happens when you get a man in the chair that's well aware of his power. When he can get up on the podium and say, oh, it's all gonna change when I get there. As soon as I get in the office, I'm gonna end all of the wars. I'm gonna bring our troops home. That's day one. And when he say day one, that is confidence, man. That is confidence above and beyond what we have ever seen from any president in the past. No president has said these things, bro. Never, bro. That's a man that is well aware of his power, and he has a lot of it. He has a lot.
I'm gonna say this. I hate to say it, but Democrats and Republicans, I think that one of Trump's biggest mistakes is believing that his own party was with him. And they're not. To be honest with you, at the beginning, they all was trying to shame this man, okay? A lot of his friends from the Republican Party abandoned him, threw him under the bus. Don't get it twisted, y'all. It's just not the Democratic Party. It's Republican too. I hate to say it, but it is true. I think now, once he wins, he gonna go in with the fucking vengeance. That's for goddamn sure. He had to begin it 4 years ago, and everybody like, oh, Trump is racist. Trump is racist. His own people disavowed him. And now all of a sudden they behind him. Yeah, we support Trump. You motherfuckers abandoned him 4 years ago. See, y'all got a little taste of the Biden administration. Now all of a sudden, y'all want to be his fucking friends again. I'm not with neither party. I'm a conservative. I have traditional conservative values. Of quite frank, middle finger to both goddamn moderate parties right now. Neither one of them stand for the Constitution. But I am very pro-Trump. And unfortunately, there's only 2 goddamn parties, so we gotta choose one. People don't understand the more that they try to chastise this man is the more people gonna love him, point blank. That's what they don't fucking understand. Now, they already tried the racism thing. It backfired, it doesn't work. It worked for a little bit of time, but now it's catching up with them. Tried to do the Akon mug shot. That didn't work, that definitely fucking backfired. They trying to put him in jail with all these stupid ass charges that they don't even know. They don't even know why they charging him. The fucking judges don't even know. You talk to a lot of these liberal fucking politicians, when you ask them what is he being charged for, neither one of them know why. People are going to relate to him more. That's just the reality of it. We are seeing how you are treating, how you are taking the Constitution and laws and bending it, right, into you guys' favor to put this man in jail. Here's the thing. They want to get rid of him, but they don't realize that they pushing him more towards us, to loving him. Now, this man Trump has been everywhere, UFC to fucking Bronx to everywhere you could possibly think of at this point, and every single location show up for him. Meanwhile, Sleepy Joe can't even get 35 and a half fucking people in his rally. Half of them are reporters. The other half are Democratic friends. If our government really was in our best interest, like they say they are, and the people love Trump, the people love what the 4 years we was in the economy and all that, and we want him to be our head honcho leader in charge, why the fuck aren't you all giving what the people want? We want Trump. Now the $1 million question is, why don't y'all want to give us Trump? We all genuinely believe that in our best interest, Trump would be the best candidate and the best leader, and I don't know how fucking long. I can't name a better leader since I was born. Because it sure fucking wasn't no goddamn Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton. The proof is in the pudding. Everybody wants him. Look at his goddamn social media platform. Let's go.
And you know what? He right. If the government is really for the people and they really do what the people want them to do, why not give the people what they want? Why not give the majority what they want? You had 2 people. You had RFK and that young white lady who, I think she's Hawaiian or something like that. But anyway, who gave in and put aside their egos and said, you know what? We doing this for the people. And they have teamed up with Trump. So you know he got this in the bag if all of their followers are going to support him because they decided to let go of their egos and go over on his side. It's in the bag. It's in the bag. It's huge. It's huge that this is even happening, bro. Y'all even understand. I didn't even get a chance to do the video on this, but when I go live this weekend, we're going to talk about it.
These speeches, as good as they were, is that she's in the White House right now. Democrats have controlled the White House for 12 of the last 16 years. And for all of the talk about division and the problems of the country and people are hurting, Democrats have mostly controlled this country. Trump had it for 4. The Obamas and Biden had it for the rest of the time. And somehow, it's still all Trump's fault, and somehow she hasn't been at the center of it. So to me, that's still the glaring hole in this campaign that hasn't yet been solved at the convention. How do you explain all of the problems that will be solved by the person who is currently in there for the last 3.5 years, who is supposed to already be working on solving it?
Donald Trump will not become president.
He's not going to be president. Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it. All right.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
I'm not like, no. But
take it from me. How about that?
Yes. Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket next. I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on. Sorry.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
Donald Trump is a here today, gone tomorrow candidate for president of the United States.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
So when you stand and deliver that State of the Union address, in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering the State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States. So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
The young people don't want to listen to you old people no more, man. Y'all embarrassing.
Well, you know, I think,
What's the economic policy? There got old people.
The economy.
The economy. What's our policy?
I'll be honest.
Kamala Harris's economic plan will end price gouging.
How's it going to do that?
It's going to, I don't know.
The border. Big issue. What is Kamala's plan on the border?
You know, honestly, I'm going to be like, I don't know.
Well, to slow down the flow on the border.
How is she going to do that?
Look at you.
Why you ask?
That's the black women in America trying to vote for Kamala.
Has it gone down for the last 5 months? Maybe in the last 5 months. Yeah. An all-time high. But it's down.
Hopefully it gets a little bit stricter.
What's Trump's policy on the border?
As soon as he gets into office, the border be closed immediately.
Is that good? Plan for the climate.
I'm not very informed on this.
Yeah.
We skip that?
Yeah.
Their top issue, inflation. How's Kamala going to bring down inflation?
Remember.
Look at you.
That's part of the economic plan that I haven't read yet.
Oh, man.
Can I get a consensus real quick? And maybe if you're not part of this community, I just want an answer. If you do not know, ask what's going to happen. Who actually is starting to believe something will happen at the DNC? If you believe that we are about to see an event, type me in the comments. I do. And all relating to Kim Clement. If you're a person that thinks the Kim Clement prophecy is going to come true, let me know. If you don't think it's going to come true, call me fearmonger. Go ahead, say fearmonger. But I want to know, or if you even know what this is, tell me. I gotta know. How many people out there are waiting for next week? 6 days away. August 19th. Also, August 21st is my birthday. But August 19th to August 22nd. I'm gonna say me. I think there is.
So this sister was saying that the weather people are not telling us everything. She's from New Orleans and said the water is hot and the sharks are moving closer. She just spoke about different nature patterns are just off, and there may have been an underwater volcano and just things have been off. And I remember taking my kids dolphin watching, and the tour guide was saying there's been much more dolphins this year. We saw 3 whales. We got a 2-for-1 special. So when I went on the tour, I remember what she said. I was like, oh my God. But just this week, it has switched. This week, me and my kids had to put on jackets to go to school in the morning. I mean, it warms up later in the day, but it's August. It's August. I live in the South. It's no reason we should be feeling a nip in the air, a breeze in the air. I don't care how early in the morning. Like what? So something happened. something happened. We're trying to catch up with them.
Well, I will say this. I read an article about the core, the Earth's core. And the scientists said that the Earth's core has slowed down to the point that it's starting to go backwards. So I was thinking maybe that could have an effect on what's going on out in the ocean. And with all of this chaos and commotion going on right before this election, bro, like, it all makes sense, bro. Is the actual Earth in retrograde? Because if you don't know what a retrograde is, go look it up. But I'm thinking the Earth is in actual retrograde, because when other planets in the solar system are in retrograde, then it starts to affect your moods and all these different things, especially if you are connected to that said planet, right? But we're on this planet, and with everything that's going on, if the Earth is in retrograde, we are experiencing one major reset. One major reset. But I could be wrong. What y'all think?
This is crazy. I have taken tons of pictures in this exact spot, and I have never seen this like this. I mean, my sunspots, you can see, are at the bottom of my screen there. So what is that? Gosh, it is crazy. As close as I can get it to zoom. They rose up together because neither one of them were in that sky. Just to show you, like, I am not full of it here. Here is this. What is that?
You know what? Y'all know how I am. I'm a real skeptic, right? But I don't know. I know that other one was not a sun, but it's some type of planet. And it's not supposed to be up there. It could be Nibiru, you know. I believe in those type of things. But I haven't seen it for myself, so I can't really say whether it's real or not. But yeah, that looked like it was real. It don't look like it was like photoshopped or anything like that. That looked real.
I want to tell you guys a very weird story. This is Dr. Adam. He runs a YouTube channel called In Search of the Tribe. He is right now miles away from civilization, looking for a lost tribe in the hills of California. Now, one day, this man set up a whole bunch of trail cams miles away from civilization in the mountains in the hills of California in search of this tribe. I don't know the name of the tribe. I'm very vague on exactly what he is searching or looking for, but he comes across something. He goes to go get his trail cams, and he cannot find one of them. Eventually he does, and sifts through hours upon hours of footage until he comes across one thing. I'm about to show you what Mr. Adams discovered. Warning, I cannot confirm nor deny if this is real, but what I will tell you that this man is praised for being one of the legit people on YouTube, and he isn't one who makes fake videos. So warning, what you're about to see may disturb you and may have you contemplating, are we alone? And what the fuck is in those woods?
It's the footage. Sounds of footsteps can be heard in the darkness near the trail camp, and then, slowly, horrifying figure emerges from the darkness and heads right for the trail cam. Whoever or whatever this is then grabs the camera and appears to make off with it. After watching this quote, pretty unsettling imagery and activity, Dr. Adams says that he is a little nervous about going back down to investigate, and I wonder why.
What the fuck is that? Like, what is that? Now, I'm gonna say when I watched this last night, I immediately want to share this with y'all to hear what maybe some of my followers would say. But I believe this, and I'm gonna keep it real. I like how people defended the doctor, saying he's legit because, you know, he doesn't put up things like this. This is one of the strangest videos he's ever put up, and he is a man based upon his own research and takes his word very seriously. But going through some people's comments, I don't scare easily, but this was terrifying. And he, like I said, the doctor said, I'm a little nervous about going back down to investigate. This was in April of this year. So what did Dr. Adams come across? Did he find the tribe he's looking for? Are they cannibals? Who the fuck are they alien? Oh, I don't know. All I know is that is not fucking normal. And I don't know what the fuck that is. Peace to the gods.
Now, I don't know. I don't like to discredit people because I respect everybody in content, but I went and seen a lot of his videos before this man video even came up. Because I had saw like a trailer of some of his videos where he went into this cave and then it was like some sort of special effect that showed spirits, evil energy around him or something like that. It kind of gave off like Blair Witch Project vibes. Y'all should go look it up, but it gave off that type of stuff. And I don't know, but I think it's just promo for YouTube, but it could be real. Because they said the Hill Has Eyes was based on a real movie and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so it ain't too far-fetched.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Tucker Carlson is not a plant. Watch this interview, and I guarantee you, if you are of the spiritual mindset with discernment, he is saying too much that is aligning with the shit I believe. You know what? Just watch this 1 minute and 30-second rant, he says. And this is the spiritual warfare section of the interview that is 2 hours and 30 minutes in.
Do you think we're going into World War III? We're really close to it, as you know. Something really, really, really close. The fact that anyone would even consider getting within 1,000 miles of fucking around with a nuclear exchange, it just shows you that the core impulse here is suicide. That's what all of this is. And that's why I personally think it's spiritual. I think it's, the word demonic is something being overused. It's everywhere. It's real. But yeah, if you see a human movement that's anti-human, the push toward nuclear war, for its own sake, is by definition anti-human, I would say. AI is anti-human by definition. Mm-hmm. Transgenderism is anti-human by definition. Transhumanism is anti-human. Do people act against their own long-term interests? Probably not, actually. So it's probably not human. Look at this, like, very artistically, very simply, trying to reduce it to its most basic elements, and like any movement that's anti-human is probably not human, is it?
Message.
Do dogs act against their own collective interest?
Collective.
To caribou, to porcupines, to single-cell amoeba, to sea cucumbers? No, none of them do. No animal does that, because it's not natural. Animals are part of nature; they do natural things. People are subject to the supernatural. So they do things that are not natural. Like kill themselves. That's why we're the only species that kill themselves.
Wow.
Right? So when you kill yourself, whether slowly or all at once, you're being acted on by forces outside of you. Spiritual forces.
Bars.
Just trying to apply logic here.
They will reveal themselves when they open their mouths. And I stand by that logic. And I use my own logic. And I never just go off what other people think or say, and I determine my own perception and perspective off of things that I am shown, or that I feel inherently. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people that just go with what other people say, and are afraid to say or speak their own thoughts. And I am here to say, as of right now today, especially after watching this interview, and you don't have to agree with me, You don't even have to like what I'm about to say. I don't think Tucker Carlson is a plan. Because you have to read in between the lines.
Well, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it here. As we get deeper and deeper into this crisis, economic crisis, this campaigning, and this presidential race, it gets darker and darker. You know, while all of this stuff is going on, like, you know, it's like, while this stuff is going on in America, what's going on in Ukraine, what's going on in Russia, like, what is happening? Are they still threatening to press the button? You know, because it could happen right when the election happens and they try to stop it. You know, I think that I don't know, this is just me and it's not really a prophecy, but I think that if Kamala gets elected, there's definitely going to be a world war, because I think a lot of people don't want that, because I think they know that these people are here to cause harm and Trump is for peace. Because just like the other video said, it's a lot of people across different countries chanting his name. The man is loved. Then it also makes me think other things, but I won't speak about that. But what I will say is that we still have to stay positive and we still have to stay, you know, true to what we believe in, because the devil can be deceiving. The devil can make you love him. So you have to open your eyes to what's really going on and pay attention. Let's just pray and hope we're not making the wrong decision by putting Mr. Trump into the office. He showed us for 4 years what he can do, but I don't know, man. All of this spiritual stuff that's going on, it's making me think, like, you know, what if he get in and he change? I don't know, man. It's really hard to think. It's really hard to, you know, be solid upon this one. I'm giving my vote based on policies and where my spirit guides are pushing me. And I just hope it's right. And I know y'all do too. And like I always say, do what you will with that information. And hey, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when I upload. Get in the description, follow all my social medias. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person.